Girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card, and today is going to be which lesson did they learn? Did they learn anything at all? Let's have a look. Obviously, it can be a lesson for you as well. Everything can be reversed. We can both share the same lesson. Anyhow, let's have two parts and let's develop, obviously, and let's see what's happening. Obviously, it's just tarot, so stay cool, okay? Always, always, always. Cool. Okay, what we want to do? 1, 2, 1, 2. So part number 1, which lesson did they learn? 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups, beautiful. So, obviously it's dropping a toxicity, leaving somebody behind, leaving something behind in order to open at the level of the heart. It was also an idea of having a bit, if you can see, of introspection with the moon. So it's maybe dropping the ego, dropping the protection, the fears, the limitation of the mind. Is really taking that decision. I need to let go of something heavy in order to be able to go to the top of the mountain. So if you want to elevate yourself, you cannot carry with you the same memories, the same negativity from the past. You have to let go of something. So that is something they had to do, and I think they're still doing. We have a 7, obviously, of Wands, which is a little bit of hurdles, nothing you can't handle, and nothing they can't handle, but they still have to do it. If they don't let go completely, you can't carry on with half of a bag. You have to let it go completely. So then, boom, bada boom, we have an Ace of Wands, which means that they have to go still through a 10 of Wands. So again, this idea of dropping the heavy weight, maybe not working so much, not taking so much responsibility, not forgetting themselves, not forgetting the truth. In order to open the heart, it's not saying what you hoping to hear, it's saying what they truly feel. So they have to really learn that truth, that awareness. And the lesson they obviously have been learning is to actually be true to themselves. That's the only way they can be true to you. How can you be truthful to anyone if you're not telling yourself the whole truth, right? And nothing but the truth. Anyhow, the idea, of course, of making, as a result, an offer of love. Maybe they had love at first sight, and maybe what they had to learn was to accept that love, accept that they can be lovable as well. So it's a very interesting idea. A lot of people also cannot love anyone because they don't love themselves enough or at all. So obviously, how can you share something if you don't even have a taste of it? So in my opinion, is also understanding that they are capable of loving, understanding that they are able to receive that love, to have a love at first sight, to be loved straight away with no condition. Oof, that is a lot to take in. That is a lot to take in. As a result, they had to be by themselves in that cave for a little while in order to look at themselves and look at the truth. You cannot do that kind of work when a social butterfly. I think you need at some point to back off, be by yourself, be alone, or have that me time. Even if you are surrounded by a lot of people and very busy, have that moment when you have that awareness of the me time. Very important. That's the only way they can recalibrate the in self, the inner world, and they have to have that awareness of who they are, what they can offer, and what they can accept in return. This part for me is someone who does not actually appreciate they can be loved. Very sad, but they have the lesson that they have to learn. Absolutely. Yeah, there is an idea of feeling a lot but not allowing themselves to show. They can be cutting with their words, they can be indifferent, cold, they're in control, they love controlling their emotions. So from the outside they look like very together, but inside there's a turmoil. So they have to give birth to themselves so they can remove that turmoil. It's really, really important for themselves and for you as well. Yeah, and the result is all about the strengths. The strengths of your connection, the strengths of themselves as well. If they have to do the work, it has to be for themselves first. And as a result, then you will be the byproduct, if I may say, and vice versa. But it's also something you need to do for yourself. You need to see where you stand. So then you both in your own truth, and obviously the relationship is stronger than ever. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so part number 2, what is Which lesson do they learn? Oh, mamma mia. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. They're very, very, very slow. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of all messengers. So, my God, very strategic. Why? Because they've been probably hurt and burned in the past, and they're not gonna make any crazy move. For me, they're aware that they have to move away from a situation in order to get peace. They need to transform. They cannot stay in that yuckiness. Maybe they stay safe in another relationship, even though they're not magnificently happy. They might not be excuse me, unhappy, but they're not at the top of the world neither. So they have to leave this, transform like from a caterpillar to a butterfly, so it's a one-way ticket, and come towards you. They need to move. They move forward, open themselves to the rest of the world. They have to let go of that I'm holding tight to what I know, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles does. I'm holding on to my security, my money, my financial, stability, but also what I know emotionally. I'm safe. Bored, but safe, right? The thing is, you are very much a temptation. You are very much a Queen of Wands, and that is male, female, doesn't matter. You center stage, but you're extremely powerful. You're very luminous. You're full of fire, full of passion, full of love. And there's a lot of light, a lot of light, but also you're very humble. So they know you're not vain, you're not someone who's trying to be seen by the world, but you are seen no matter what. And they can't deny you. They try, but they can't deny you. So the lesson they're learning is to maybe trust again, because, being strategic is over the top protective, but also be true to themselves and transform. They have to leave a yuckiness, a comfort, and allow themselves to move forward and come towards you. That means letting go, letting go of themselves and be free to be themselves. Yeah, the thing is, I think they're focusing on, their routine. Maybe they're married, maybe they have someone else, and you are the love at first sight. And you are the love that just came out of the blue, out of nowhere, boom, bada boom, my life is completely changed. So they don't want to do that. So they're trying to stay put, right? But they're not living this in a very nice way. They're very anxious. They're very, very, very much in the mind, stressed. The mind doesn't get any rest, obviously, because they're not congruent with themselves. Right? They feel left in the cold. Why? Because they're focusing again on something here when they have something magnificent here, you. And they have the knowing. They also have a number 5, which is a crossroad. I need to make a decision. Where do I stay? Where do I go? But they want to focus on what they know, their little routine. But the lesson they need to learn is do not miss the elephant in the room. Again, I'm not calling you an elephant, but you know what I'm saying? It's the obvious, and they don't want to see it. Yeah, well, obviously something going to have to come into an end, because as the suffering goes on and on and on, because it's the mind resisting. So the mind resists the heart will win at the end, I'm telling you. So the thing is, after the 10 of Swords, you have an Ace of Swords. The new beginning with clarity. I know what I want, I know what I don't want. And as a result, boom, bada boom, they have to do it. They have to do that introspection. Anything they're hiding, and they're hiding the love for you. They're hiding their own truth to themselves. That is a lesson. Release, release, release. There's a lot of hidden stuff going on within themselves and towards the rest of the world. They're showing an image of themselves that is not real. So, boom. You see what I mean? The Empress. They have to go for the Empress. 4 queens in one. Male, female, doesn't matter. But it's an idea like if they fall, you will catch them. Because you're loving, caring, strong. You won't take any prisoners, but at the same time, you are loving that person. So, and you're strong enough to carry them. Beautiful. So the lesson they're learning is to actually stop lying to themselves in the idea of, presenting themselves a certain way, doing the right thing because they have the obligation, or what they think they have the obligation to do, when actually it's not congruent with their heart. The mind and the heart are not congruent, and that is a lesson. They have to get that in alignment. So hopefully they do it, but I think they will. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.